I don't know if it's a group text that goes out to all the
I
billionaires.
know, right? I think
I don't know
there's
what
just
it
a
is.
puppet master that's like,
Yeah, it has to be.
what do I want Bitcoin price to be today?
Hey everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Two Crypto Noobs news series. Today we're going to be going over some current events, market prices, and etc. But before we get started, please make sure that you subscribe so that you can be always informed when we do release new content. And now that that's out the way, cue intro. All right, guys, welcome back. First things first, we're going to go over total market cap that is currently going on in the crypto world. As you all know, and if you don't know, we are currently in a bear cycle, which means that prices are pretty darn low. But don't fret, low prices means a buying opportunity. Crypto is on sale. So last week when we did this video, Bitcoin was at about 40,000. Today we are at $37,194.45. The total overall market cap of the cryptocurrency world is sitting at $1.7 trillion, which is extremely low. A lot of the assets were liquidated in this last bull run, but not to fret. It is a cycle and it's going to happen over and over and over again. You just have to be better prepared. So now that that's done, let's go ahead on and get into some newbie news.
Yeah, let's start with the Biden administration's crypto executive order expected this week, y'all. Just excuse the next week. It's this week. So let's go over some of the key takeaways. President Biden is expected to issue an executive order this week mandating several government agencies to study cryptocurrencies. So they're making people aware. Do you like that part? The agencies will have 3 to 6 months to produce a regulatory report for the White House. So looks like regulation is coming. And the Biden administration will reportedly use the input to direct its regulatory approach to digital assets. Let's read that again. The Biden administration will reportedly use the input to direct its regulatory approach to digital assets. How you feeling so far? Does it make sense as to why?
It's the government. I'm not surprised. The government always wants to figure out a way to sink its teeth into whatever humanity has going on. If somebody's making money off of it, the government wants their cut. They are the biggest bullies of them all. So I do believe that this is just another way for them to, number one, see how they can get involved because people are overnight millionaires. And number two, they're trying to figure out how they can line their pockets with the people's money because they feel like cryptocurrency and because it's decentralized, they're not getting, their fair share. That's how I feel about it. I don't believe that's going to be a huge blow to cryptocurrency because there's too many wealthy people at play that use cryptocurrency and that wants to see cryptocurrency win. There's big names, big players, but at the end of the day, the only thing that they're going to find, I think they're mostly looking for different ways that people are being hacked and different ways that these other countries that aren't necessarily our allies, they're trying to make sure that there's no way that cryptocurrency can be a national security issue.
Or
But I also think that they're trying to get some money out of it as well. So we'll see what happens within the next 6 months. The news is going to affect the cryptocurrency market just like it always does. But I have faith in cryptocurrency, especially because most of the good ones have major utility that can't be stopped and that's needed in society. And, we'll just see what happens. But
yeah, well, the
Biden administration says they're for the people. So we'll see how for the people they are because cryptocurrency is for the people.
Absolutely. And that's a good point that you made, Amir, especially being for the people. And I think what puts cryptocurrency puts the large corporations, at risk to losing money, right? And so whenever that happens, there's pressure from, administrations to come up with a way to regulate so we can have this big business still lining pockets. So anyway, so the report is expected to come out between 90 to 180 days. As a part of the executive order, the White House will call upon the Department of Treasury, the State Department, the Justice Department, and the Department of Homeland Security to bring forward reports on payment systems and the future forms money might take. Additionally, the Finance Stability Oversight Council will be tasked with assessing the effects digital assets might have on financial stability. And the council was already directed to examine stablecoins by the president's working group late last year.
So this was coming regardless. I'm glad it's coming now because it just means that the government's getting involved, which means they want to be the first ones to know. They want to get out ahead of whatever this cryptocurrency thing is. And so they are doing the same thing that El Salvador probably did. They're doing the same thing that these other countries that's thinking about adopting Bitcoin did. They're basically saying, hey, this is something that's going to happen. So let's figure out how we're going to do things now so that by the time it does happen, we already know what's up. The regulations are already there. People know what they're paying to us, what they're not paying to us, and etc. So I definitely think it's something that is going to be beneficial. We knew it was coming. It wasn't going to not come.
Yep. And so of course, news like this, until we find out what is going to happen, right, could have a substantial impact on the market. But then again, cryptocurrency is so, rapid in terms of volatility that this could come and go in terms of having its effect on price. So we go on to say the study of cryptocurrencies' effects on market competition will be tasked to the Attorney General, the Federal Trade Commission, and the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau. The latter two are also expected to examine digital assets' potential impact on privacy. So, I appreciate the fact that Biden is doing what's necessary for people to become informed, because cryptocurrency is a new innovative platform space and it's not going anywhere. People are adopting it whether or not we get the green light from our country's leaders. However, my hope is that it doesn't cripple cryptocurrency and its innovation and its ability to free regular people, like you mentioned earlier. And it's a form of payment.
Regulations probably going to protect a lot of people too, because maybe they'll put out some type of process
standards.
If you're trying to create a blockchain, we have to check these things off the boxes to know that it's not a rug pull. How much stake do you have in the company? What is your liquidity? What is this? What is that? What is this? What is that? Because there's a lot of people who are losing thousands and millions of dollars in crypto because there are people out here with ill intent that just want to steal your money. That's why research is crucial. But at the end of the day, there's things that we can change and there's things that we cannot change as individuals. But the one thing that we can do is to make sure we do as much research on as possible and stay up to date on current news so that whatever happens, whatever the outcome may be, we're not sidetracked and everybody's portfolio looking stupid at zero. So that's how I feel about it. I'm not scared.
All right. So as we're bracing for regulatory measures to come from our leaders of this great country, hopefully it'll be for the good of cryptocurrency and doesn't stifle growth. Those are my final comments. What about yours?
It is what it is. Let's keep getting this money.
I know, right? Okay. So speaking of money, let's go into what Plan B, who is a Bitcoin analyst, has to say about his stock to flow model that he uses to analyze Bitcoin. And he insists that Bitcoin will clinch $100,000 in 2023. via his price model. So we know Bitcoin is sitting at about 37,000, little over 37,000 right now. And so Plan B, who is a pretty popular Bitcoin analyst, is saying that we will clinch it, $100,000 Bitcoin. And as we know, when we have $100,000 Bitcoin, the altcoins, which a lot of us noobs are invested in as well, follows in terms of having a price increase. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, Plan B was pretty reputable up until we didn't hit the price point that he wanted. As far as the last bull run cycle, he was pretty accurate throughout the whole entire bull run. We noobs didn't know that we were in the bull run, but we were.
Exactly.
And those numbers that he was hitting, he had projected. But the one thing that he projected was we was going to hit 100,000 last year, or at least Q1 of this year. But now that the bear cycle has started, I guess he reassessed his stock to flow model, and he's now saying that it can happen next year, which means that another bull run is coming, which means that the Bitcoin cycles are shortening. So if that's true, that means that there's now a 2-year Bitcoin cycle between bull runs and bear runs, which is great for cryptocurrency.
Yeah.
As you mentioned before, anytime that Bitcoin starts surging in price, all the other type of currency starts surging. I don't know if it's a group text that goes out to all the billionaires.
I know, right? I think there's just a puppet master that's like,
yeah, it has to be.
What do I want Bitcoin price to be today?
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. But at the end of the day, like, I'm trying to get my name on that group chat. To be honest, because a lot of these people, I'm starting to notice a lot of these people and these influencers on YouTube that's been doing it for a minute and starts getting invited to these conferences and stuff. Those are the influencers that's getting this big money. So you just got to keep your eye to the streets, and I definitely think that it's possible. I have all faith in Bitcoin rising to over $100,000. I don't do stock to flow models. I don't, have all that research on hand, but I do believe that Bitcoin will surpass $100,000 in its lifetime. The math is there. So
in a lifetime or 2023?
I'm hoping 2022.
I know that's right. Hey, I'm hoping 2022 as well. So when you think about it, right, we just talked about Biden administration's regulatory report that will come between what was it, 90 days to 120 days? I mean, 180 days, right? And so that will pretty much cripple some advancements in price potentially, because we know that there, certain individuals, whales that could heavily influence the market, right? As well as you and me. If we band together, you have GameStop and all that happened. We're not whales, but we're whales in numbers. You can influence price. So my opinion, will be done with the regulatory stuff this year. It gives people a green light to safely invest next year and could extremely propel the price even past what's predicted.
Yeah, I was watching TikTok, and there's some guy, like, he's off his rockers, but I hope he's true. He's basically saying, guys, there's going to be a hack coming, and Bitcoin's going to go down to $0 per coin. And in my head, I'm just like, is he sick to his stomach? Like, is he crazy?
Imagine Michael Saylor.
He is a conspiracy theorist.
But can you imagine Michael Saylor if Bitcoin went to $0 per coin? He has racked it up by the millions.
He's probably just going to buy more. I don't know how you can buy more Bitcoin at $0 per coin, but I'm buying it. Like,
we buy stuff at $0 now. That's the best time.
You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. But it's still not. He's talking about, oh, Bitcoin's going to hit zero. In my head, I was like, if Bitcoin hits zero, I'm buying 21 million Bitcoin. Like, is he crazy? Like, how does that even make sense?
I know, but I don't know. Something will happen, I think, before
it's going to decrease. It's going to decrease in price. We're going to see another bear, and prices, I believe, are going to go lower than what they are now. And then we just going to start what is it called? Dripping that foaming at the mouth. Yeah, we're going to start our fingers are going to start itching and stuff. But once everything recovers from whatever happens, I'm a firm believer that we're going to be able to definitely take profit on the way up, and then next bear cycle use the profit, not all of it, but some of the profit to reinvest. Not financial advice, but that's pretty much what we've agreed is the best method.
Yep.
And
We didn't
especially
do
after
enough
we got
taking
off.
profits in the last bull run. We didn't
Yeah,
do enough taking profits. We should have done
we didn't.
more. But that, as a
So
new,
that's
we've
pretty
learned
much
that. Yeah.
right. Absolutely. So with that being said, I think that's all that we have. That's the most exciting news that we got.
What's going on with your shirt?
My shoulder.
Oh, okay. Like, what's going on?
So that's all right. So with that being said, guys, thank you so much for tuning into today's news. I know it wasn't much, but it was the most exciting stuff that we had for you at the time. For our returning visitors, thank you so much for tuning in. And to our newcomers, please make sure that you like and subscribe. Comment below, let us know what you're planning on doing once the announcement that Biden's team puts out. I definitely think there's going to be some regulatory stuff going on. I definitely think their price is going to react to it. But just comment below, let us know what's up. And did I already tell you to subscribe? If not, pretty please. And noobs are out. Peace.
Peace.